Right now, as you're watching this video, there's a silent force working in your mind that's either building your wealth or destroying it. And here's the shocking part, 97% of people have no idea this is happening to them. In the next 12 minutes, I'm going to reveal the psychological programming that keeps poor people trapped in poverty, while the wealthy seem to effortlessly multiply their money. And no, this isn't about working harder, saving more, or some get-rich-quick scheme. This is about the invisible mental software running in your brain right now that's determining your financial future. Stay with me, because what you're about to discover will either make you uncomfortable or make you rich. Let's dive in. Section 1. The disturbing reality. Let me start with a fact that might disturb you. The wealth gap isn't just growing, it's accelerating at a terrifying rate. The rich aren't just getting richer, they're getting richer faster than ever before in human history. But here's what nobody talks about. This isn't primarily about education, opportunities, or even luck. Harvard researchers spent 20 years studying millionaires and broke individuals, and what they found was shocking. The difference wasn't their circumstances, it was their psychology. Two people can start with the exact same amount of money, the same opportunities, even the same education. 5 years later, one is wealthy and growing, the other is broke and struggling. Why? Because wealth isn't created in your bank account. It's created in your mind first. And if you don't fix the programming in your head, no amount of money will ever be enough. You've seen this with lottery winners who go broke within years, right? The truth is, you don't have a money problem. You have a mindset problem. And today, we're going to reprogram it. Section 2. The poverty mindset. The mental prison. Let me introduce you to what I call the poverty loop, a psychological trap that keeps people poor generation after generation. First, scarcity programming. Poor people operate from a mindset of scarcity. Their internal dialogue sounds like this. Money is hard to make. I can't afford that. Rich people are lucky or corrupt. Money doesn't grow on trees. Sound familiar? These aren't just innocent thoughts. They're commands to your subconscious mind. Every time you say, I can't afford it, your brain stops looking for solutions. It shuts down creativity. It accepts poverty as your identity. Second, the spending trap. Here's something fascinating. Poor people and rich people spend money completely differently, not in amount, but in psychology. When a poor person gets $1,000, their first thought is, what can I buy? A new phone, clothes, a vacation. They see money as something to spend. When a rich person gets $1,000, their first thought is, how can I multiply this? They see money as seeds to plant, not food to consume. This is the difference between a consumer mindset and an investor mindset. Third, the comfort zone prison. Poor people are terrified of financial risk. They choose security over opportunity. They'd rather have a guaranteed $50,000 salary than a chance at $500,000 with uncertainty. Why? Because their nervous system is programmed for survival, not abundance. Their ancestors survived by avoiding risk, so their brain is wired to see every financial opportunity as a threat. But here's the brutal truth. In today's economy, playing it safe is the riskiest move you can make. Job security is an illusion. The safe path leads to a lifetime of financial struggle. Fourth, the blame game. Poor people externalize their financial situation. It's the economy, the government, their boss, their circumstances. This victim mentality is psychologically comfortable because it removes responsibility, but it also removes power. If your poverty is someone else's fault, then your wealth is also in someone else's hands. You're helpless. You're stuck. Section 3. The wealth mindset, the mental palace. Now, let's talk about how rich people think. And I'm not talking about people who inherited money. I'm talking about self-made millionaires who started with nothing. First, abundance programming. Wealthy people operate from abundance. Their internal dialogue sounds like, "How can I afford this? Money flows to me easily. There are unlimited opportunities. I create value, therefore I create wealth." Notice the difference. It's not just positive thinking, it's a completely different operating system. Their brain is constantly scanning for opportunities, not threats. Second, the investment mindset. Rich people have a completely different relationship with money. They see every dollar as an employee that should be working for them 24/7. They ask, will this make me money or cost me money in the long run? That's why they'll spend $50,000 on education or a business investment without blinking, but they'll negotiate over a UU5 coffee. They're not cheap, they're strategic. Poor people do the opposite. They'll spend $5,000 on a vacation without thinking, but say they can't afford a $500 course that could change their career. Third, calculated risk-taking. Wealthy people understand something crucial. The biggest risk is taking no risk. They don't gamble recklessly, but they're comfortable with calculated uncertainty. Why? Because they trust themselves to figure things out. They have what psychologists call high self-efficacy, the belief that they can learn, adapt, and succeed. They know that every successful person failed multiple times. Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Oprah, they all had massive failures, but they saw failure as data, not identity. Fourth, extreme ownership. Rich people take 100% responsibility for their financial situation, even when circumstances are unfair. Even when they get unlucky, they ask, what can I do about this? This isn't about blame. It's about power. When you take responsibility, you take back control. You stop being a victim and become a creator. Fifth, long-term thinking. Here's a psychological principle that separates the wealthy from the poor. Delayed gratification. Stanford did a famous study called the marshmallow test. Kids who could resist eating one marshmallow to get two later was significantly more successful in life. Poor people optimize for today. Rich people optimize for 10 years from now. Poor people ask, how can I feel good right now? Rich people ask, what will my future self thank me for? Sixth, value creation focus. This is the ultimate secret. Rich people don't chase money. They create value, and money follows. They ask, how can I solve bigger problems? How can I serve more people? How can I create something people desperately want? Poor people ask, how can I make more money? And ironically, this is why they stay poor. Money is a byproduct of value creation, not the goal itself. Section 4, the reprogramming, how to change your money mindset. Okay, so you understand the difference now, but here's the million-dollar question. How do you actually change your mindset? You can't just think positive and hope for the best. You need to reprogram your subconscious mind at a deep level. Here's how. Step 1. Identify your money scripts. For the next week, pay attention to your thoughts about money. Write them down. What do you automatically think when you see a price tag? When someone mentions investing? When you check your bank account? These automatic thoughts are your money scripts, the programming installed in childhood. You need to see them before you can change them. Step 2. Challenge your limiting beliefs. For every limiting belief, ask, is this absolutely true? What evidence contradicts this? What would I believe if I wanted to be wealthy? If you believe money is hard to make, find examples of people making money easily. They exist. Your brain just filters them out because they don't match your programming. Step 3. Adopt new empowering beliefs. Choose 3 to 5 wealth beliefs and repeat them daily. I am a money magnet. Wealth flows to me from multiple sources. E. I create massive value, therefore I deserve massive wealth. Every dollar I invest multiplies. Yes, this feels weird at first. Your brain will resist. But neuroscience shows that repetition creates new neural pathways. You're literally rewiring your brain. Step 4. Change your environment. You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you're surrounded by broke people with poor mindsets, you'll stay broke. This doesn't mean abandon your friends, but it does mean you need to intentionally expose yourself to wealthy thinking. Read books by millionaires. Listen to podcasts about wealth building. Join communities of ambitious people. Your environment is stronger than your willpower. Step 5. Take wealthy actions before you feel ready. Here's the secret. You don't think your way into a new mindset. You ACT your way into it. Start investing, even if it's just $10. Start a side business, even if you're scared. Start learning about money, even if it's uncomfortable. Your brain will catch up to your actions. Confidence comes from evidence, and evidence comes from action. Step 6. Practice delayed gratification. Every single day, practice choosing your future over your present. Skip the impulse purchase. Invest instead of spending. Learn instead of entertaining yourself. Each time you do this, you're strengthening your wealthy person neural pathways and weakening your poor person patterns. Step 7. Focus on value creation. Stop asking, how can I make money? Start asking, what problem can I solve? What value can I create? How can I serve people better? When you shift from taking to giving, from consuming to creating, everything changes. Money starts flowing to you instead of away from you. Section 5. The uncomfortable truth. Before we wrap up, I need to tell you something that might be hard to hear. Changing your money mindset is simple, but it's not easy. Your brain will resist. Your friends might mock you. Your family might not understand. You'll feel uncomfortable, scared, like an imposter. This is normal. This is your old programming fighting for survival. The poverty mindset has kept you safe. It's familiar. It's comfortable. And your brain is wired to choose comfort over growth. But here's what you need to understand. Every single day, you're making a choice. You're either reinforcing your poverty programming or you're building your wealth programming. There's no neutral. You're either moving toward wealth or toward poverty. Every thought, every decision, every action is a vote for the person you're becoming. The question is, who are you voting for? The other uncomfortable truth? Most people watching this video won't change. They'll nod along, feel inspired for 20 minutes, and then go right back to their old patterns. Why? Because change requires pain. It requires giving up your excuses, your comfort, your victim story. But if you're one of the few who actually implements this, who actually does the uncomfortable work of reprogramming your mind, your life will be unrecognizable in 5 years. You'll look back at this moment as the turning point. The moment you decided to stop being a victim of your circumstances and start being the creator of your destiny. Closing. The call to action. So here's my challenge to you. For the next 30 days, commit to reprogramming your money mindset. Every single day. 1. Write down 3 abundance thoughts. 2. Take 1 action that scares you financially. 3. Learn something new about money or business. 4. Say no to 1 impulse purchase and invest that money instead. Just 30 days. That's all I'm asking. Because here's what I know. The person who does this for 30 days won't be the same person who started. Your brain will be different. Your confidence will be different. Your bank account will start to be different. Wealth isn't about having money. It's about becoming the type of person who naturally attracts and multiplies money. And that transformation starts right now, in this moment, with a single decision. Are you going to stay comfortable and broke, or are you going to get uncomfortable and rich? The choice is yours. But remember, not choosing is also a choice. And it's a choice for poverty. If this video opened your eyes, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because I'm going to keep showing you the psychological secrets that the wealthy use but never talk about. Drop a comment below and tell me, what's one limiting belief about money you're going to eliminate starting today? I'll see you in the next video. Now go reprogram